Namaste students, welcome to RH Chemistry. Today I am going to discuss about synopsis of coordination compounds. Very important chapter for CET, NEET or JEE. Here I will try to explain the concepts in the very short time which will help you in CET, NEET and also some concepts like the EAN rule, or you can say Jahn-Teller distortion in JEE exams also. The synopsis part I will complete within 2 hours. 2 hours, but 1 hour I will take the synopsis in this video and the lecture 2 I will make in the another video. So coordination compounds. So when we say compounds, remember there are 2 types mainly. Double salts which will ionize completely. Coordination compound which do not ionize completely. So double salts ionize completely means, for example, this is Mohr's salt. This is carnallite, which will give rise to, remember, all type of ions. All type of ions means all these can ionize completely to give. You can say Fe2 plus ion, SO4 2 minus ion from FeSO4 and NH4 plus ion from ammonium. Once again sulfate SO4 2 minus and water molecule which will comes out. So complete ion formation will be there. And here it will form K plus Mg2 plus Cl minus ions, remember. So this is double salt. So if by giving the complex they can ask in which case Fe2 plus ions are there, Fe3 plus ions are there, like that. In case of the coordination compound, does not ionize completely. Does not ionize completely means, remember, in this particular case it will be like, so it will give rise to 4K plus FeCN6 3 minus. FeCN6 3 minus, like this. So in this particular case, FeCN6 further it will not ionize, hence it is a stable one, coordination compound. Similarly here, so this will give rise to CuNH3 4 times 2 plus SO4 2 minus. By giving such compound, they have asked once how many ions are possible. So with the given compound, like that. So very important, this coordination sphere, what we call it as square bracket, inside that whatever it will be there, it will never ionize, only the outside it will get ionized, remember. So total 2 plus and here SO4, 2 ions are formed, here 4 plus 1, 5 ions are formed totally. So remember, this is about the coordination compound introduction part. Then we will see in this particular case the type of complexes. So cationic complex, so charge will be cation plus, anionic complexes charge will be negative, and neutral complex in which the neutral, there is no ion which is outside the coordination sphere. Then if I consider one compound like this, coordination compound, what all the parts will be there? See, I have written K4FeCN6. This K4 we call it as, remember, ionic sphere, which is outside the coordination sphere. This is called as coordination sphere. This is square bracket what we are seeing. This is a square bracket coordination sphere. K4 outside, it may be outside here, or this is Cl minus, like that here. So all this is the ionic sphere. And this Fe is known as central metal ion, remember. Then Cn is ligand, cyanide, water, whatever it is present here, that is ligand. This is coordination number. So directly 6 is not coordination number if it is didentate ligand. So if it is monodentate ligand, that we can say this 6 is coordination number. But to identify what type of these things, so hence I have given this particular complex, remember that. Then ligands, what are ligands? Ligands are nothing but atoms or molecules. Here only important definitions I have considered. Ligands are atoms or molecules or ions which link to central metal through coordinate bond. Coordinate bond should be there. So ligands, remember always these are Lewis bases, remember, and metal ions are Lewis acids. Then the type of ligand, monodentate ligand. Monodentate ligand means coordinate through one donor atom. So, or you can say which can form one coordinate bond. So number of monodentate ligand is equal to number of coordinate bond. So for example, H2O, NH3, OH minus, Cn minus, so many examples you can see any reference books. Didentate ligand coordinate through 2 donor atom, or you can say which can form 2 coordinate bonds. Example, this is oxalate ion, oxalate, ethylene diamine, ethene. En means ethylene diamine. Remember, the structure will be CH2, NH2 and CH2, NH2. Ethylene diamine. It can also call it as ethane 1,2-diamine also. Didentate. Polydentate means more than 2 donor atom. Polydentate means EDTA, for example, ethylene diamine tetraacetic acid or acetate you can call it as. There are 6 donor atoms are present in this case. So it is a hexadentate ligand, nothing but polydentate ligand. What is flexidentate ligand? Flexidentate ligand is nothing but, remember, EDTA is an example. First I will tell you. Sorry. Flexidentate ligand antandre, this is a polydentate ligand. First of all, it is a polydentate ligand which will have the possibility of donating 1 donor atom, 2 donate, 3, 4, 5, 6 like that. So, such flexibility when it is present with the ligand, flexibility which can adjust. So, if it want to act as didentate, it can, tridentate, it can, hexadentate, it can. Hence, so such ligands are called as EDTA. Best example, flexidentate ligand example, that is EDTA. Then remember chelating ligand. So chelating ligand means, remember, the didentate or polydentate ligand, very important. Didentate to polydentate, didentate, tridentate, hexadentate, like that. Polydentate ligands which can form a ring with the metal ion. Here what happens? It will form a ring with the metal ion. Remember, this type of ring is not possible with monodentate ligand. Hence, chelating word when we see in the question, the ligand should be polydentate or didentate or tridentate. It never be monodentate. Then what is ambidentate ligand? Ambi means both. Remember, ambi means both. So ambidentate ligand means it is the monodentate ligand. So remember, it is a monodentate ligand containing more than 1 coordinating atom. Remember, at a time which can donate only 1 electron pair. Monodentate ligand. So that is the difference between the ambidentate ligand and the flexidentate ligand. Remember, this is polydentate ligand. This is monodentate ligand. Monodentate ligand containing more than 1 coordinating atom. For example, NO2 you can say ONO, oxygen can donate, NO2, nitrogen can donate. Oxygen when it donates, the name is nitrito. So here nitro, we can call it as nitro. Or you can call it as nitrito O, nitrito N also. So nitrito, nitro also. So cyanide ligand, Cn minus, cyanide, if it nitrogen donor, isocyanide. So SCN, thiocyanato. So nitrogen donor, cyanato. This is S donor, sulfur donor, thiocyanato. SCN is also ambidentate ligand. Then we will see coordination number. Important concept, remember. What is coordination number? The number of coordinate bonds formed by ligand. Generally, students will confuse this with, remember, number of bond, the number of ligands present in the molecule. For example, here see, I have given one example, En thrice. En is bidentate ligand, correct? So, what is the coordination number if I ask? They will tell 3. Because 3 is there, so it is 3. So, it is wrong concept. Remember that. So, hence coordination number you remember, number of coordinate bonds formed by the ligands. So, how to calculate? See, if there is a monodentate ligand, then you can tell directly in coordination number. No doubt in it. So, because monodentate, 1 ligand is equal to 1 coordination bond. Hence, no problem at all. But didentate, if it is present, number of didentate into 2 you have to do, that is coordination number. Cn means not cyanide, coordination number, short form. Tridentate, if it is present, into 3 you have to do, because 1 dentate ligand can form 1 bond. So tridentate can form 3. Hence, tridentate ligand, if it is there, number of ligand into 3 you have to do, that is coordination number. So didentate, how many ligands are there? Into 2. Tridentate, how many are there? Into 3. Then how to determine this didentate, tridentate? Hence, for that, remember, you have to know the list of ligands. All the ligands you have to know. Then, for example, some examples you have taken. Here, K4FeCN6. What is the coordination number if they ask? Cyanide is what type of ligand? Remember, monodentate ligand. Correct? So, hence the answer for this is 6. C2O4 is didentate ligand. Didentate ligand. 1 ligand can form 2 bonds. So, 3 ligands can form 6 bonds. So hence coordination number is a 6. Here carbon monoxide, it is monodentate ligand, hence is equal to 4. NH3 monodentate ligand, hence is equal to 6. En, it is didentate ligand, once again didentate, so 2 into 3, that is a 6. Here you can see 3, H2O is monodentate, NH3 is monodentate, Br is monodentate, NO2 is not ligand. Don't consider that which is not ligand. So hence it cannot form coordinate bond. It is in ionic sphere. Hence total coordination number is 3 plus 2 plus 1. That is a 6. Remember in this case also. Like this we calculate coordination number. Then we will move to important IUPAC nomenclature. So only some rules I have written, not in detail, short form I have written. IUPAC nomenclature will be like cation should be named first then anion. Remember, very important point. Cation should be named first then anion. That cation may be outside the coordination sphere or inside the coordination sphere. Remember, for example, it may be like K4FeCN6. Then you have to start naming from potassium. Then if it is CuNH3 4 times SO4, this is now cation, this is anion. So how to identify? First whatever it will be there, that is cation, then it will be there anion. So CuNH3 4 times it is cation, so as SO4 is anion, so cation should be named first, then anion should be named. Then important, ligands are named alphabetical order. So if chloro is there, amine is there, A first amine, then chloro. So bromo, if it is there, in between, bromo then chloro, like that. Name of important, it is, remember, name of the negative ligands ends up with O. For example, cyanide, cyanido, Cl, chlorido, chloro was there previously. Now IUPAC have changed the name, chlorido. But in the option, if they have given chloro is also correct. If there is no chlorido, fine. Then if it is Br minus, this is known as bromido. Remember, bromido, cyanido, hydroxido, OH minus, oxalato, OX if it is there, oxalato. So name of the negative ligand should be end up with O. Remember that. Then name of the positive ligand end up with IUM. IUM. Remember, name of the positive ligand end up with IUM. If it is NH4 plus, ammonium. So if it is NO2 plus, nitronium, like that. Name of the neutral ligand, no special ending. No special ending for this. But only for amine you remember, specially you remember for amines. So that is amine case, remember, NS3 you cannot write AMINE, wrong it is. AMMINE, amine. H2 if it is there, aqua, if it is there, CO, carbonyl, like that. NO, nitrosyl, like that. The next rule, oxidation state should be written in Roman letter. Roman letter 1, 2, 3, 4 should be written in Roman letter, remember. So oxidation state should be written in Roman letter. Then name of the metal ion, very important part. Name of the metal ion. Generally, name of the metal ion, what happens is, there are two types, once again, cationic complex, anionic complex, correct? So for example, here you can see K4FeCN6, this is anionic complex, because FeCN6 is negative charge, K4 is outside. In this case, it is cationic complex, secondary CuNH3 4 times plus SO4 2 minus. Hence remember, cationic, anionic. In such case, remember, if cationic complex name or neutral complex also, the name is as it is. Name of the metal ion is as it is. Copper idre copper, iron means iron. If it is silver means argentum. If it is gold means aurum. If it is nickel means nickel. Chromium means chromium, like that. But the thing is, if anionic complex is there, very, very important. Anionic complex name should be end up with O8. Remember, O8. For example, nickel, if it is there, nickelate, Ag is there, argentate. So here iron is there, correct? Iron is there. Ferrate we will write. Ferrate we are going to write. Like this, remember, very important. Anionic complex name should end up with 8. Then some examples I have taken, very simple example. So some more examples you can take it from any reference books. For example, here. So here you can see NH36 is there. Correct? 6 is there means it is the first cationic complex should be named, then anion. First name of the ligand, then metal ion. So name of the metal ion is as it is, cobalt, cationic complex. Name of the ligand is amine. So it is hexaamine, remember. Hexaamine. So cobalt. So oxidation state of this is 3. In square bracket, in the small parenthesis bracket, oxidation number should be in the Roman letter. Then chloride, remember, chloride. Don't write Cl3, 3 chloride 3 or trichloride, trischloride, nothing. Only you have to write like this. Now here, see K is outside, correct? K is outside. So K, potassium, right? Potassium. In this particular case, Cl5 and amine. Alphabetical order A first, correct? NS3. Potassium, amine. Only one ligand is present. Cl5 is there. Penta. 5 means penta. Chlorido, remember. Pentachlorido. Because Cl is negative ligand. Now the platinum is there in the negative anionic complex. Hence the name is platinate. Platinate, remember, and the oxidation state. So calculate the oxidation state. So oxidation state, when you calculate, this will become 4, remember. So 4. So correct? Because if you calculate +1, -1 here, -1 means Xc. So +5, -5. So +5, correct, 4. Then how to calculate oxidation number? So calculation of oxidation state, I have given some examples. How to calculate oxidation state? First I will tell you the name. Potassium, if it is maybe 4 potassium or 3 potassium or 2 potassium, it is only potassium. Hexacyanidoferrate. Hexacyanidoferrate. Oxidation state, how to write? See here. Oxidation state, total charge on the complex is 0, right? Total it is 0. So hence I will write is equal to 0. I will write this as is equal to 0. Now what we will do? K4. Potassium is positive charge, alkali metal. So how many are there? 4. So 4 I will write. Plus iron you have to calculate, correct? So X will write. Plus. So sum of all these oxidation states should be equal to 0. Right. Cn is cyanide. Cyanide is which one? Cn minus, negative charge ligand. So how many are there? 6 are there. So -6 is equal to 0. Now solve. 4 minus 6 is -2. X minus 2 equal to 0. X minus 2 equal to 0. So X is equal to +2. Right. So Fe, the oxidation state is +2, remember. Like this. Calculate this. So Cr is, once again you have to calculate X. S2 is neutral ligand, +0 is equal to, sorry, Cl is 3 is there, right? Cl3 is there, fine. So -3. I will write it here. X plus 0 minus 3. Cl is negative. -3 equal to 0. X is equal to how much? +3. So oxidation state of chromium is +3. Then here you can see total charge is -3, correct? -3 will write first. -3. Then you can see C2O4 2 minus. See, C2O4 is 2 minus charge because C2O4 is written like this. COO minus bidentate ligand. So hence C2O4 2 minus. So 2 minus 3 is there. So 6 minus. CO is X. X minus 6 is equal to -3. Then X is equal to +3. Correct? So +3 oxidation state for cobalt. Iron you can see. En once again tridentate ligand. Didentate ligand. But ethylene diamine is neutral ligand. Remember, it is neutral ligand. So hence Fe3. So X plus or -0 -3 equal to 0. -3 because Cl is negative. So X is equal to +3. So +3 oxidation state for iron. One thing you remember, common sense is that iron, all these metal exhibit plus oxidation state. When you are calculating like this, if you are getting negative, then you are wrong. So remember that point easily. Then we will move to isomerism, important. Isomerism, you can say ionization isomerism. First I will take structural isomerism, in that ionization isomerism. So by giving the compound, they can ask you to identify which type of isomerism it can exhibit. Remember, give different ions in solution. When the given compound is like dissociable, so dissociable means Br is there, Br minus you are going to get. If it is water outside, it is not possible. So Br is there, hence Br, and in the next case you can say Br inside, Cl outside, Br inside, Cl outside. Hence these two are ionization isomer. Ionization isomer means in solution different ions. Here if you dissolve this, you are going to get Br minus ion. If you dissolve this, you are going to get Cl minus ion. Right? So some one step ahead. What they will give? The complex out of two complex, which one will react with the AgNO3 give white precipitate. So AgCl is white precipitate, correct? So like this also you can identify ionization isomerism. Then hydrate isomerism or solvate isomerism. As the name indicates, hydrate, water molecule it is related to, correct? So different number of water molecules present as a ligands. That is the hydrate isomerism or solvate isomerism. Important, different number of water molecules. See, in this complex, both complexes are same molecular formula, but here 6 ligands, here 5 ligands are there. 1 ligand is outside, 5 ligands are there. Such complexes you can say hydrate isomers. Linkage isomer, very easy to identify. Linkage isomers are those compound in which ambidentate ligand is present. Ambidentate ligand enadru idre, that is nothing but the linkage isomers. So, for example, NO2 is there, correct? Here nitrogen is bonded. So, ONO is bonded, means oxygen is bonded here. NO2, nitrogen, ONO, oxygen is bonded. So, linkage isomerism. Coordination isomerism. Coordination isomerism is the one in which different ligands in the coordination pair. For example, see, this is one complex. Now, this is the whole one complex. CrNH36, CrCN6. For this, the coordination isomerism is CrCN6, you can say COCN6. NS3 interchange with Cn and CrNS36. This type of isomerism is coordination isomerism. Then we'll see stereoisomers. Very, very important. So, stereoisomers, when I say stereoisomers, so different arrangement of the ligands in the space. This arises. This is results in, remember, first one geometrical isomerism, second one optical isomerism. First we will see optical isomerism. First we will see geometrical isomerism, correct. Geometrical isomerism is also called as a cis-trans isomerism. Remember that. Because here you are going to get cis-trans isomerism. Very, very important thing is tetrahedral complexes do not show this type of isomerism. Not only this, both cannot be shown by tetrahedral. So, the reason for that is, which does not show due to the same position for all ligands. Remember that. Square planar complexes can show and octahedral complexes can show. That two square planar complex, if all the 4 ligands are same, it cannot show, remember, because there is no identity. Cis-trans means what? Cis means ligand should be at the same side, trans means ligand should be at the opposite side. Correct? Same side, opposite side. Right? For example, Ma2X2 type can show isomerism, that is geometrical isomerism. That's the example I will tell you. If platinum is there, NH3, right? Cl. What is this? Same side, NH3, Cl. So cis. Trans means what you can do? This Cl and NH3 you interchange. So this is Cl and NH3 interchange. So at that time, this Cl comes here, so NH3 comes here, NH3 opposite, Cl opposite, trans type. Like this. What all the complexes can show? See, Ma2X2 type, NH3 twice, Cl2. ABX2 type, ClBr and NH3 twice. ClBr, NH3 twice. Ma2XY, if ethylene diamine is present and ClBr is present. MABXY, all the 4 ligands are present. Once it was asked in CET, hence I will show you how to identify. MABXY type ligands so shows 2 cis and 1 trans isomer. Remember, 2 cis and 1 trans isomer. Very important. How it is? See. So first what we will do, will very easy to write. First you write the 3 structures, possible 3 structures. How to write you see? So square planar shape, right? You write A here, B here, X here, Y here. Very simple. Next one what we will do, M. Next one, you write A as it is. A as it is. Now you interchange this in such a way that B comes to X place, X comes to Y place, Y comes to B place. So Y here, B here, X here. Then we write M like this. A once again constant. You have to keep any one constant. Then you interchange. Y to B place you have taken. Now you take Y to B place once again. B to X place. X to Y place. So that X to Y place means X here, B here, and Y here. Only these three arrangement possible. Next, fourth one when you write, it will become equal to this. So these are the three isomers possible in this particular case. Right? So now how to identify the isomer you can say. Now what we'll do, we can consider any two ligands fixed. For example, I will consider AB ligand fixed, same side. AB ligand fixed, same side, right? AB same side, AB opposite side. AB same side means what? Cis. AB opposite side means trans. Once again here AB same side, correct? So cis. So 2 cis, 1 trans. Not only like this. See, you can consider now AY same side. AY same side cis. AY same side cis. Correct? AY opposite side trans. In this case also 2 cis, 1 trans. See, another possibility. AX opposite side trans. AX same side cis. AX same side cis. Now here also 2 cis and 1 trans. Like this we have to identify, remember, very easily. That is about the stereoisomers. Geometrical isomers in case of square planar. Now you can see. So, in case of square planar also, these 3 types cannot show geometrical isomerism. Remember, MA4 type, MA3B type, MAB3 type. Do not show because here there is no possibility of cis and trans, opposite side and same side. Then octahedral complexes. Octahedral complexes of the type. When you remember the octahedral complexes, I have written the position of the ligand like this. Very simple. Cis position. Cis position ಯಾವ್ಯಾವುದು ಅಂದ್ರೆ 1 1 2 cis position or 2 3 cis position, 3 4 cis position, 4 5 cis position, like that. Again 5 6 and 1 6 it remains the same. 5 6 is equal to 2 3 and 1 6 is equal to 1 2. Hence these are the 4 cis positions. Remember 1 2 2 3 3 4 4 5. Trans which is 1 4. 1 4 is trans. 2 5 is trans. 3 6 is trans. So 1 4 2 5 3 6 is trans, opposite side. Remember that. Type 1, MA4B2 type can show very easily. MA4B2 type. See, all the 6 ligands are same, it cannot show. Remember that. So, MA4B2 type of can show octahedral complex. So, geometrical isomerism. For example, COCl to NH4, NH3 it should be. So, it should be of NH3. NH4 is not possible. So, NH3 4 times plus charge. Type 2 type of complexes, see, MA twice B2, AA means didentate ligand, AA twice B2, EN twice Cl2 also possible. ClCl same side, 1 2 position, ClCl opposite side, 1 4 position will form a isomerism. MA3B3, very important. MA3B3 can show 2 type of isomerism, one is facial, one is meridional. For theory exam also it is very important, we have read. So facial isomerism is also known as cis, meridional isomerism is also known as trans, remember. So MA3B3 always can show facial isomerism and meridional isomerism. Once it was asked in CET exam, remember this part. Optical isomer. What are optical isomer? Optical isomers are the one which arises due to lack of symmetry. If there is a symmetry, the molecule does not exhibit this isomer. 2 isomers are non-superimposable mirror images to each other, can show optical isomers very easily. Non-superimposable mirror images. Which means if I keep one mirror images on the other, it should not be same. In that 2 isomer, D isomer, L isomer. D isomer which rotate plane polarized light in the right direction. Right D. Left direction L. Left L ನೆನಪಿಟ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. Left L remaining is another D right. D R. Left L. ಅಷ್ಟೇ. For example, such complexes show optical isomerism. Remember, COCl to En twice can show optical isomerism. COEN thrice 3 plus. So if all the 3 is didentate ligand can show, this also can show, all the 3 didentate. But when you consider this type, remember here 2 types of isomers are possible. One is cis and trans. Remember, so cis can show optical isomerism, trans cannot show inactivities, cannot show optical isomerism. Remember that part. Which means such type of ligands where the cis form is non-symmetry, which is not having symmetry, can show. Trans form is having symmetry, hence it cannot show optical isomer. Important, only octahedral complexes can show the optical isomer. Octahedral can show optical isomerism. So remember that tetrahedral and the square planar complexes never show this type of isomerism. Now we will see some examples. See, how many stereoisomers are possible for this complex? How many stereoisomers are possible? Stereo means you have to calculate both geometrical and optical isomers. See, how many are there? Answer is 3. Why it is 3? See that 2 geometrical is possible because this can show cis and trans, correct? Cis and trans it can show. So, addition to that, trans cannot show optical but cis can show optical isomerism. ಹಾಗಾದ್ರೆ ಹೇಳ್ಬೋದು sir, optical can show 2. Correct? Optical can show 2 isomerism then. But remember, optical can show 2. But already that one you have considered in the cis form. So hence that you can consider it as D form. Another one is left, that is L form. Hence only total 3 is the answer. This was asked in last year JEE exam. So you can cross check. The one that will show optical activity. Which one will show optical activity? Remember. So AB, AB, B, A, B, A. ABB, ABB. A ethylene diamine EN means tridentate. BBA it is. Remember, ಕಾಣಿಸೋದಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಬರಿತೀನಿ ಇನ್ನೊಂದ್ಸಲ A. It is AA, EN, EN. Definitely this cannot show because there is a symmetry. Remember, there is a symmetry. But very important, this is also having symmetry. See, if you cut this molecule into 2 half, you are going to get both sides same. Right? So here, both sides same. This also, remember here, same means it is not like above A, above B. It is different. It is not like that. Here AB or BA it is the same. Remember, AB or BA it is same. Hence, this is also having symmetry. But this does not having any symmetry. This does not have any symmetry. You can cut from any side. It will never show you symmetry. Hence, the answer for this question is C. Remember, C. Now the very important, this was also asked in, remember, the last year JEE exam. So, total number of isomers for square planar complex, they have given M, F, Cl, SCN, NO2 is. ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ think ಮಾಡಿ ಹೇಳಬೇಕು. You have to think and tell the answer in such case. Remember, very very important. All isomer, it may be structural or it may be geometrical, optical, including all those you have to tell. First we will see how to identify. See. So this will never show because it is a neutral complex. This will never show isomerism like the ionization isomerism. Water is not there, so hydrate isomerism is not possible. And coordination isomerism is not possible. But linkage is possible. Why it is linkage is possible? One is SCN, NO2. 2 ligands are present. Remember, 2 ligands are present, SCN and NO2. Hence, linkage isomerism is possible in this particular case. So how it is possible? You see, in this particular case, remember, you change SCN, NCS, 2 isomer from SCN when you change and NCS when you change. Correct? So 2 isomers, SCN when you change, NCS when you change. Then plus 2 isomer is possible. Remember, plus 2 isomer is possible when you change NO to ONA. So total this become 4, correct? Total this become 4. But now you will go to this, the geometrical isomerism. See, geometrical isomerism, optical is not possible because it is of square planar complex. It is not possible. But geometrical isomerism is possible. MABXY type of complex it is, correct? MABXY type of complex, remember. So each complex can give you 3 isomer. Each complex can give you 3 isomer, 2 cis and 1 trans. Hence, each complex can give you, this is the one complex, this complex will give you the 2 cis and 1 trans, that is 3 isomer. Then like that, remember, you can write 4 complexes. 2 from this when you interchange, 2 from this when you interchange, so that these 4 complexes, each complexes can show you, remember, 3 isomer. Each complexes can show you 3 isomer. So 4 complexes will give you 12 isomers. Remember, 12 isomers are possible. Hence, the answer for this particular question is A, 12. Very, very important. Such question they can ask. Then we will move to important Werner's theory. Werner's theory of coordination compounds. Alfred Werner, who explained this. So, very simply I have explained 2 types of valences or linkages are possible. Yavado? Primary valency, secondary valency. Right? Primary valency is ionizable valency. Oxidation state is a primary valency is equal to oxidation state and which is satisfied by only negative ions. Remember, primary means ionizable, oxidation state satisfied by negative ions. Secondary means, remember, non-ionizable, coordination number is the secondary valency and satisfied by negative or neutral ligands. Only should be as ligands. ligand ಆಗಿ ಇರಬೇಕು ಅದು ligands and responsible for geometry, important, responsible for geometry. Secondary valency, non-ionizable, coordination number is equal to satisfied by negative or neutral as ligands, responsible for geometry. Now you will see some examples. You take K4FeCN6. What is primary valency? Oxidation state you calculate plus 2, correct? So that is primary valency is 2. Satisfied by how many ions? So only negative ions. So K4 will never satisfy. K4 is positive, K plus never satisfy, only cyanide ion satisfy. So, and here there is no condition like satisfied by only ligands like that. So it may be outside the coordination sphere or inside the coordination sphere. Hence remember, in this particular case, K4FeCN6, primary valence is equal to plus 2 satisfied by 2 Cn minus ions. Right? So now, secondary valence is plus 6 satisfied by 6 Cn minus ions. Secondary valence is 6 satisfied by 6 Cn minus ion, because secondary valence satisfied by only ligands. So cyanide is which means in this particular complex, remember, 2 Cn minus ion satisfying both primary and secondary valency. Remember, very important, both primary and secondary valency. So for example here, what is primary valency? Oxidation state you calculate. Oxidation state when you calculate you will get plus 2. So primary valence is 2, secondary valence is 4 because of coordination number. So NS3 it should be, once again, NS3, remember, NS3. NS3 4 times. So monodentate, so 4. Now you see, primary valence satisfied by, remember, SO4 2 minus ions satisfy primary valency. Because NS3 is neutral, so it will not satisfy. SO4 will satisfy. See, here K cannot satisfy because it is positive. And here it can satisfy. Here K cannot satisfy, but here SO4 can satisfy. So SO4 can satisfy this. So remember, in this particular case, Cu2 plus NS3 4 times, primary valency 2, SO4 ion satisfy. SV, that is secondary valency 4. Secondary valency 4 satisfied by NS3 molecules. 4 NS3 molecules satisfy secondary valency. So this is about this. Now, if the question is asked like this, if complex COCl36NS3, very important type, gives 3 AgCl, remember, COCl36NS3 gives 3 AgCl when react with AgNO3, then how many Cl is outside? Or they can ask, what is the formula of the complex like that? See, 3 AgCl is given. One thing is very simple. The Cl, if it is inside the coordination sphere, never show AgNO3 test, because Cl is not free to form AgCl. The meaning of this 3 AgCl is that 3 Cl minus ions are outside the coordination sphere, hence the option should be this. They will give the option, then you can identify. If the question is, if the complex COCl34NS3 gives 1 AgCl with AgNO3, then remember, 1 AgCl they have told, 1 Cl minus outside, hence the answer is this one. This should be the complex. 1 Cl is outside the coordination sphere, this should be the answer. Right, like this. Then valence bond theory, last one, very important. Valence bond theory means, remember, very important to identify hybridization, shape, magnetic property, whether it is outer orbital or inner orbital, high spin or low spin complex. Remember that. First I will tell you strength of ligand order. This is the order, not necessary to by heart. So I minus, Br minus, not necessary to by heart. Strong ligand is CO, remember Cn, remember NO to remember En, but not necessary to remember like that. Only remember this part, very important. This part you have to remember. Carbon donors are more stronger ligand than nitrogen donor. See, carbon donor, nitrogen donor, nitrogen donor, nitrogen, nitrogen, oxygen. Then oxygen donor, oxygen, 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 oxygen. Then halogen donor like that. It's very important. Carbon donors are more stable, more stronger than nitrogen donor, oxygen donor, halogen donor. You remember this part. See, weak field ligands. Weak field ligand means weaker ligand. Generally, halogen and oxygen donors are considered as weak ligands. Generally, halogen and oxygen donor. Strong field ligand means nitrogen and carbon donor. Nitrogen and carbon donor. Remember that part. Then, in most of the complex, the shortcut I am going to tell you, the tricks I am going to tell you, in most of the complexes, if there is a stronger ligand ಯಾವ್ದಂತ ಗೊತ್ತಾಯ್ತು ಹೌದಾ? Stronger ligand, if it is nitrogen donor, carbon donor, always the complex is diamagnetic. I will tell you some exceptions are there, but always the complex is diamagnetic. Remember, strong ligand, diamagnetic. Diamagnetic means if the 6 ligands are there, hybridization should start with the D. If 4 ligands are there, hybridization should start with the D. Remember that DsP2, D2sp3. So hybridization. Inner orbital complex. Always remember. So diamagnetic inner d orbitals are involved. Correct? So inner orbital complex. Electrons are forced to paired up. Low spin complex. Inner orbital complexes are called as low spin complexes. These are the things you have to remember for strong ligand. Like that. Weak ligand means paramagnetic. Remember, weak ligand, paramagnetic. Once again, I will tell you most of the complexes show this one, 95%. Exception I will show you. Weak ligand, paramagnetic. Hybridization is sp3d2. Start with S. 6 ligand sp3d2, 4 ligand sp3. Remember. Here 6 ligand d2sp3, 4 ligand dsp2. So, outer orbital complex, high spin. Outer orbital, it is high spin. And electrons do not pair because it is weak ligand. 6 ligand is another shortcut. 6 ligand means always the shape is octahedral. There is no other option. Always it should be octahedral. No doubt in it. So, sp3d2 or d2sp3. Eradu kuda same. d2sp3 means inner orbital complex. sp3d2 means outer orbital complex. Remember that. 4 ligand means tetrahedral sp3. 4 ligand tetrahedral sp3. dsp2 is there means quark-planar. Two options for 4 ligand. Whenever ligands are number is equal to 4, that is the TD, that is tetrahedral sp3 hybridization, square planar dsp2 hybridization. Tetrahedral sp3 means weak ligands, so strong ligand dsp2. I will give you an example. See, CrNs36, exception, remember exception. CrNs3 plus strong ligand is a strong ligand. Octahedral, no doubt, followed. A D2sp, that is also correct, but the magnetic property is para. Because I will tell you, this electron configuration Cr3 plus when I will write the configuration like this. So when I write the configuration like this, remember Cr3 plus means 3 unpaired electron. 1 here, 2 here, 3 here. Then we can say strong ligand is there, NS3. Hoda, pair up, yake agodilla. See, pair up, why does not take place? Remember, pairing will take place only if there is a possibility. If there is a possibility or necessity, you can say. Best possibility annodkinta necessity. See, if I paired up 4 d orbitals, 3 d orbitals will be left. But remember, ligands are 6. Ligands are 6 means either D2sp3 or sp3d2. Only these two possibilities. Either D2 we require first or D2 at the last. You will never have any hybridization start with the D3. Hence, remember, it will never pair. Condition is not like always it should be paired. Hence, I told exception. Hence, 3 unpaired electrons are there, paramagnetic. Remaining hybridization correct. D2 is involved and sp3 is next. Octahedral, strong ligand, no doubt. See, this one another very important example. Strong ligand is there, NS3, octahedral, no doubt. But sp3d2 hybridization. Why? See that. Ni2 plus configuration when I write. Ni2 plus configuration if I write. See, Ni2 plus means 8 electrons, correct? D8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now you can say strong ligand is there, sir. We can pair up. Yes, fine. Just imagine I have paired these two. Then when, how many orbitals left? That is 1d, correct? 1d. Now tell me, with 1d, which hybridization is suitable for 6 ligands? No hybridization is suitable, correct? So hence remember, either D2sp3 or sp3d2 is possible. Hence, if you paired up also it is not possible, then what it will do? It will take the orbitals from the next outer d orbital. Hence sp3d2, there is no paired up. So 2 unpaired electrons. So it is paramagnetic structure. So like that. So it is not the condition that always it should be paired whenever there is a strong ligand. First of all, this strength of the ligand is not explained by VBT. Remember, that is explained by CFT. Now in their order, whatever the order I have given, this is explained by CFT. Remember, here it is based on the experimental observation, whether it is sp3d2, d2sp3, octahedral, tetrahedral, square planar, all these things. Adukku the exception, these two. Another exception I will tell you, MnCN6 4 minus. Now tell me, Mn oxidation state is Mn2 plus. Mn2 plus means, see, the orbitals I will write it like this. So Mn2 plus means d5. d5 electron 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Correct? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then you can say Cn6 ligands are there. Correct? Mn2 plus Cn6 ligands are there. Now you can say Cn6 ligands. Cn is stronger ligand. Stronger ligand means just imagine I will pair up this. I will pair up this. So these two are paired here. These two are paired and we will kept it here. And the one which is left, I will keep it here. Correct? So now the hybridization D2 is empty. Definitely hybridization for this is no doubt it is D2sp3. D2sp3 means structure is octahedral, no doubt in it also. But D2sp3 means diamagnetic, I told, but most of the complex it can follow. But this is a one complex, D is paramagnetic because there is a one lone pair of unpaired electrons, paramagnetic. So right, D2sp3 diamagnetic we expect, but paramagnetic. So paramagnetic, and definitely it is inner orbital only, no doubt, inner orbital complex. Another example is CuCNS342+. This is strong ligand. Strong ligand means hybridization should start with D, no doubt in it. Hybridization is DsP2. DsP2. And DsP2 means definitely strong ligand. So DsP2 square planar shape, no doubt. Magnetic property is paramagnetic. Remember, paramagnetic property. Paramagnetic property of this particular case. This paramagnetic experimental determined, remember, paramagnetic complex and the inner orbital complex, no doubt. Here everything is followed, but this is not followed. Here everything is followed, this is not followed. Hence I told here everything is followed, this is not followed. Hence I told this is exception. Now last two questions you are going to see here. Correct with respect to MnCN6, 3 minus this time. MnCN6, 3 minus we will see. In this particular case, remember. So now you will say Cn is strong ligand, correct? Strong ligand. Strong ligand is there, Mn2 plus I have written, but here it is Mn3 plus it is. Mn3 plus. Mn3 plus means what? See here, I will D4 system, correct? D4. Mn3 plus is how much? How it is? So it is X minus 6 cyanide is equal to minus 3. X is equal to plus 3. So Mn plus 3, D4 system. D4 system means 1 here, 2 here, 3 here, 4 here, D4. So strong ligand is there, hence just imagine I will pair up. I will pair this. When I pair this, remember it will form the ligands like this and it will pair like this. 3 is left. Remember, once again 6 ligands are there. No hybridization start with D3. Hence the pairing does not take place. So correct? So pairing, so in this particular case, pairing take place, no doubt, pairing take place, but it will take the only 2 orbitals from this. So in case of the MnCN6 3 minus, remember here D2sp3 is going to form. Here it will not pair all the electron. So only this is going to pair. This is going to pair. You are going to get the compound like this. See, this is paired and this one is present as it is. And D2 is left. Correct? 1, 2, 3, 4. These two are as it is. So D2 is left. So hybridization is D2sp3 only, no doubt. D2sp3 hybridization and octahedral shapes. Cyanide is strong ligand. So the answer for this particular question is B, remember. And magnetic property, if they have asked, it is not asked here, but if they have asked, remember it is paramagnetic property. Paramagnetic property because Mn3 plus ion. So there is a 1 or 2 lone pair of electron is present in this case. 2 lone unpaired electrons are present. See here, D2sp3. Now, in this particular case, hybridization involved in NiCN4 2 minus. What is hybridization? Oxidation state you calculate, Ni2 plus you get, correct? Ni2 plus. Ni2 plus means you write the configuration. So 8 electron, D8 system. D8 system is I will write 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2 electrons left. So 2 electrons left, but 4 ligands are there. 4 ligands are there means either DsP2 or sp3, only 2 options, either DsP2 or sp3. So remember in this particular case, if it is paired, definitely this D is available for bonding. Hence remember it will pair up the electron. So pair up the electron to form, remember, like this. So it is paired, it is also paired, it is also paired, and these two are paired here. D is left here, 4s is left, and P3 in that P2 is left. Hence the hybridization is DsP2 possible. Hence the answer for this particular question is DsP2. Like this we can easily solve hybridization problems in this particular case. So this is about, remember, this coordination compound part 1. I will call this as part 1, lecture number 1. In lecture number 2, I am going to discuss about conductivity mainly, CFT very important, metal carbonyl, how that bond forming will be there, stability of the complex, and EAN rule very important. If possible, I will add John Teller distortion also for this. After that, I am going to discuss about KCET questions 2014 to 2018 5 years paper in the next video. Thank you for watching. So if you are not subscribed, subscribe to my channel, like the video, share the video to your friends also. Thank you. Have a nice day.